I'm Kila.
And I'm Ashley.
And we met on TikTok.
2 trailers, 1 park.
And we were raised by 2 mother hustlers.
I raised my mama.
Oh my gosh, I did too.
Well, let's talk about that. We can talk shit about our moms, but no one else can. Hello, welcome back. This is episode 3 of this season 2. That's what I'm calling it because it makes it sound like way more professional. We just want to say thank y'all for being patient because we are not on track with the timeline that we originally put out, but we're getting there. Okay.
Did we put anything out?
Yes. October 1st was when we were supposed to launch the next. we're a month and a half behind, but whatever. I mean, if y'all expected anything different, I don't really know. That's on you, really.
Girls always say they're going to put out and they don't.
Right,
so
exactly. So
everybody's used to it.
Well, we just passed Halloween. We had plans on doing something that was Halloween-y, but we didn't get to because, life. But we did just have Halloween last week, which is one reason why we're behind on recording. And did you have a good Halloween?
I did.
What did you go as to your Halloween party?
Jelly roll and bunny.
That was great. I love that. I went as Trailer Park Barbie, and it looked as if I was going to sing Delta Dawn at any time. And
It did.
I'm very upset that I didn't do that. Like, now I'm like, you had the opportunity to sing Delta Dawn, and you didn't. Because I had a flower in my head and everything, in my hair and everything.
Oh.
So we will post pictures of our costumes and update y'all on our life via Instagram.
Now, was that Hagen with you?
No, Hagen didn't get to go because
I was going to say, he didn't even look like himself.
No, that's a guy from the trailer park. So we had like a trailer park reunion Halloween party. And it was a lot of people from the trailer park. And when I tell you that it was absolutely epic, it was freaking epic. The stories that they told, like you couldn't make this shit up if you tried to, which I will tell some of them. But so shout out to Christy and Callista for hosting the trailer park Halloween party. But my husband didn't get to go because our babysitter, my daughter, got the flu, and we didn't have a babysitter, so he stayed home with the kids.
Oh, that was nice
Yeah.
of him. I was like, damn, he don't even look like Hagen.
No, you said that's nice of him. Like, he's secretly going, please don't make me go. Like, so it's like a blessing in disguise, which was fine. It's fine. But we had a freaking ball. And then we took the babies trick-or-treating, which was like 12 degrees or something, and it was really cold. And they were Barbie and a dinosaur. Tried to get him to be Ken. That was, nope, I'm not going to do that. So anyways, but yeah, and we're decorating for fall at my house, which is Robitussin, Claritin, tissues. We could
That's
be
your
sponsored
fall
by. Yes.
Yeah.
Because everybody's, I'm not sick, but the babies are sick. So yeah. Did you have fun at your party?
We did. We dressed up. It took us longer dressing up than we stayed at our party.
Oh.
We should have come to your party.
Yeah, you should have.
But I really just put that together like the night before.
I didn't have mine. I knew what I was wanting to be, but I didn't have, and I worked all day that day and then had to go home, and I was like, I am not feeling this. But luckily, the mullet wig Hagen was going to wear, and since he wasn't going to go, I got to wear the mullet wig, and it was amazing. And when I walked in, like, no one knew who I was, and they were just like, hey, because, it was a trailer park reunion, so people still do have that haircut, from there.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's just be honest. So when I walked in, they were like, hey, and then they were like, everybody kind of looked at each other like, who the hell is that? And then I was like, hello, and they were like, oh, my God, that's Ashley. I was like, yeah, or y'all can call me Darlene, but I think that might be that girl's skit name, sorry. Just call me Delta. It's fine.
Delta
Yes.
Dawn.
But we had a great time. And see, our beauty shop, mine and my sister's beauty shop, we used to do a Halloween party and a Christmas party every year at the beauty shop. And we stopped doing it because it's just a lot of work and, kids and blah, blah, blah. So the girls from the trailer park are like, well, we'll host it and y'all just invite everybody that you would have invited. And of course, they invite people too. It's, whatever. I didn't invite anybody because I couldn't get the thing to share. I tried to share it to you, but it was private. And someone else at the party said, yeah, I tried.
Hey, I'm just your co-host. You don't have to invite me.
I know. It was
fun.
I wasn't even sure. I was like, oh, I don't want to go. I'm so tired, but I'm so glad I went because we had a freaking ball. It was hilarious. It's great. So anytime the trailer park kids get together we should really record it because
I know. I was just thinking I should have came so I could interview everybody.
We tried to do TikTok live, but then my phone died in the middle of it.
Yeah.
So I did do the Tootsie Roll on TikTok live, but other than that, my phone died and I didn't get to get anything, but whatever. So anyways, that's what we've been doing.
Yeah, we did. We had a good time.
When you were young, did you go trick or treating?
When is this episode going to be released? After Thanksgiving?
Third or fourth week. Probably.
Well, there's 2 weeks to Thanksgiving.
Well, when do you want to start releasing next week?
Yeah, Monday.
Okay, well, I'm just going to tell my story because what had happened was...
This one would probably be the 27th after Thanksgiving.
Okay, well, we just know this is the baby episode, so we don't release it until after Thanksgiving. So, my husband, we did Emily's pregnant. I've already told you guys that. So, she was letting my dad and her brothers know that day. So, we were doing pictures and doing when the photographer went to take the picture, she said, okay, everybody say Emily's pregnant. And then the boys and my dad was just like, what the hell? And then Cole and Cade were both looking at her like, huh?
Well, that's an odd
And then-
request.
I know. My dad still looked at her the whole time like, really?
Yeah.
So anyway, so she's pregnant. We're having a baby. But then we
Aw.
did the gender reveal that day as well. So my husband was so emotional that day. So by the time I hand painted on all his Jelly Roll tattoos, because, he got a lot of tattoos. It took me forever.
Yes.
So by the time I hand painted on his tattoos, and then I went to get ready, which was like an hour and a half later, I come out and my husband had drank so much between that.
Was he passed out?
No, but I was like, I don't even want to take him out in public.
Oh, yeah.
And he cries all the time anyway. He's so emotional, but he would talk about, we're just going to have a girl. I'm having something else I can't say no to, and just cry. And I was like, suck it up, Buttercup. No, this is ridiculous.
So is he like a Hallmark movie watcher?
He is a Hallmark movie.
Jessica's boyfriend is like that.
He does. He is so emotional. But, like if he came here today and he was telling y'all the story, he would tear up and
Choke
start
up,
crying. And
yeah.
I'm like, babe, stop it. So, yeah, I think he was drinking and listening to music while I was getting ready. And then I come out and I'm like,
he was
what?
singing like Daddy's Hands and talking about grandpas and
Yeah, tell me about the good old day. Oh, I can't wait to tell her about that good old day. But he was. I was like, babe, what the hell have you been doing? And he's got that look on his face. And I was like, oh, my God. I can't even with you.
So you had to drag him out. So that's why you didn't last long. That makes sense.
Well, Cole, we were meeting Cole and Cade at the golf station, Trent. So that's where we went to. And I didn't tell y'all, Cole had a wreck that week. So he was in a bad wreck. A lady hit him head on. Thank God. I was like, you better be glad your Nana watched you. Because if you would, it's crazy. So we were at the hospital with him all day that Wednesday. So he was out of work and could hardly even move from being hit. So he wanted to go home early. So he left before we got there. Cade's like, my sinuses are messed up. I'm going home. So we went to the party for about 30 minutes, went to Taco Bell, and went home.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what it looks like at 50, you know?
I know. I'm like, well, damn, all this getting... And I look cute. I ain't going to lie. I look cute. I did good. So I was like, well,
Not to toot her own horn or anything, but...
Hey, I worked hard on that Jelly Roll outfit. And so I was looking here to show you pictures of Cole's wreck because you're going to freak out.
My babies, when I was getting ready and I put the wig on and the wig cap, and they were like, Mimi, what is that? And I was like, it's my hair. And it, the mullet like curled out at the bottom. And Sissy was like, Mama, what is that? And I was like, I know it looks like a dead animal. It's not.
She's like, you are crazy.
Yeah, and I teased it up and made my
looking.
bangs like perfect. And she was like, why you do that? And I was like, girl, you got to play the part. I got to sing Delta Dawn at 8. Oh,
I know.
not
That
good.
poor lady broke her femur and had bones sticking out. He
car
was
wrecks are my biggest
so
fear.
lucky. If he hadn't had a seatbelt on, he would have went through the windshield. His head hit the windshield and cracked it. So
Dang, that's sad.
yeah. So, but he couldn't hardly move, so he didn't feel good. So our Halloween was cut short.
Did you give out candy Halloween?
No,
No.
we don't ever have trick or treaters come over.
Gotcha.
We went to Margarita House. We went Mexican.
Oh,
So the one time that we did stay home, I think I'd had surgery and Brian stayed home to give out candy, and we don't even get enough to have one bag.
yeah. We would get a lot. Well, we used to give out candy, but now that we have the babies, we don't. But I'm the ghetto mom that's like, get your ass over here, when they're walking through people's yard, like, you act like you got some damn sense. And everybody else is, like, oh, precious little Susie and
Uh-huh.
her mental health. And I'm like, yeah, well, my mental health, so whatever. And it was cold as hell, and they were getting whiny, and I was like, yeah, we're making one loop, and we're coming back home. And that's
I
what we
know.
did.
It's crazy how cold it was.
Yes. Because
Now-
we'd already done a bunch of Halloween festivities like the few days before, so we already had a bunch of
Yeah.
candy, and they were candied out, and I was candied out.
Now, do y'all decorate a lot for Halloween?
No, not Halloween. We always do fall, but this year the neighbors across the street decorated for Halloween, and the babies were out there with their tablets, like trying to take pictures. They thought it was the coolest thing. It was literally like one blow up and something hanging from a tree. It wasn't even that big of a
Aw.
deal. But so Hagen come home Sunday, and he had went to Walmart, and he had bought. Now we already have like 4 or 5 blow ups that we do for Christmas, but we're gonna look like the damn Griswolds. He done bought like 6 more. All these. I said, I know why you done that. It's because the babies didn't give a shit about your hay bales and your pumpkins and your mums, but you ain't fixing to be punked out over Christmas. So he got Sissy her own little Hello Kitty, and Bub got
Aw.
his Paw Patrol and all this. And I said, yeah, you felt. He was like, no, that's not what it is. I was like, yeah, it is, because you knew that they didn't care nothing about your mums and your pumpkins and they wanted the scary spider webs and all that. So yeah, we will look like Griswolds by the time Christmas
Well,
comes.
that's what Brian was saying. He was like, I mean, now we've got to start putting up lights for Christmas and Halloween and,
Yep.
Go all out. And I'm like, yes.
Yeah, that's fun.
Halloween's my favorite, but I like Christmas too. But I love all the scary stuff for Halloween.
I do too. And I don't know why I never really done Halloween, because my sister used to do Halloween. She would host like a Halloween party, and I would always do Thanksgiving. So I always decorated for fall. But now that we have the babies, I think we're going to go back with the Halloween stuff because, yeah, they love it. It was super fun. It's super cute to have little ones that like get super excited over the littlest stuff.
Yes, I know.
Yeah. So Christmas will be, I'm not paying the electric bill that month. That's going to be Hagen's because it's all these damn inflatables and not doing it. But yeah.
All right. So what kind of, do y'all have traditions for Thanksgiving? What do y'all do?
I always host Thanksgiving. But this year my sister's going to host because they have a big garage and they're going to set like card tables up and stuff. But I always host, and I always open it up to anybody that doesn't have anywhere to go. So it's not just family that comes. Like we always have like just random people. It might be our clients. It might be a neighbor. It might be somebody that we know. If you don't have any family, you're always welcome at our Thanksgiving, because since my grandmother passed away, the family just kind of split up, and it's really me and my sister and my in-laws that are a staple. We have random every once in a while, our aunt will come or whatever, but for the most part, it's just me and my sister, and literally the most random ass people you've ever met in your life. Like people, like the kids' gymnastics coach came one time, and I didn't preface it with we don't drink at Thanksgiving because my in-laws are very Christian, and he comes in and we're in the middle of the saying grace, and he's like, psh, popped him a Bud Light, and I was like, oh God, nobody told him. So I was like, so we just like pretended like that was totally normal, even though he was the only one drinking. And then they took a nap on the couch afterwards, and I was like, well, this is a little awkward, but okay. I mean, I'm glad that you feel comfortable and at home.
Yeah.
But I mean, I wouldn't do it, but hell, I'm glad that you feel comfortable enough at my house that you and your girlfriend can take naps on my couch. I've never met her, but hey. So we literally that's the God's honest truth. So, but we've had, Thanksgiving has been very interesting in our family because Barbara Jean used to pull up at Thanksgiving, either cuss somebody or slap somebody, and then we'd have to we might as well just stay in the damn car because we's going to get run the hell off and we don't get to eat. And never do I remember like a happy Thanksgiving. She either wasn't speaking to someone for 2 or 3 years over a can of raviolis, or one time she slapped both of her sisters, and then, Nanny run us off because, Barbara Jean's mean as hell. And so I don't even know why we got dressed or ready to go, because Mom just found it as an opportunity to settle the score.
That was her confrontation.
She's like, everybody's going to be in one spot, so here I go.
Oh, yeah.
Bitches, which I don't even know how the hell we got there because we never had a car, so I don't know who the hell picked us up. But anyways, Thanksgiving was not that great of a memory for us, because I'm not kidding. We would get there, Mom would get into it with somebody, and then she'd say, get in the damn car, kids. I'm like, damn it, we didn't even get to eat. Like, show up late so we at least get to eat, hell. And then we'd have to be like, bye, y'all, see y'all later. Because, Barbara Jean done fought somebody or slapped somebody or cussed somebody or brought out, somebody's something. So, yeah, Thanksgivings have never been. And even when even as an adult, when Mom was alive, so I live in my house now, every year, the night before Thanksgiving, she'd be like, I ain't coming. And I'm like, why? Because so-and-so's going to be there. And every year I'd be like, no. And we would literally go score her pills just so she could function at the Thanksgiving without cussing everybody out or cussing you out or whatever. I mean, literally every year we would have to like score her some.
It's like you're giving her a treat.
Oh yeah, we would,
Mom,
you know,
be nice.
save it. Like if she knew somebody that got something, we would be like, okay, well, give us 2 of those. We're gonna stick them back for 2 more weeks. And my sister would start on November the 1st, and she'd say, hey, when you get your food stamps, go buy the ham, go buy the turkey. And she would delegate all of the food stamps in the family because they would be broke by the time Thanksgiving got there. And they'd be like, oh, I ain't got no money. And she's like, oh hell no, we're not paying $65 for a country ham. Y'all's asses get food stamps. Y'all gonna do it. So she'd send out a group message to everybody and be like, before y'all spend them damn food stamps, we're gonna need potatoes, we're gonna need drinks. Y'all can go ahead and bring them to us. So we was we store food and stuff for weeks at a time just because we knew their asses was gonna sell their food stamps or whatever before Thanksgiving. Be like, oh, I didn't have anything. No, you ain't. You're not coming up with, which they did. We cook it all, but sometimes they would buy stuff. But no, Barbara Jean would be usually hateful as hell unless we were able to score something before she came.
Mm-hmm.
But she would call me the night before every single time. I'm not coming if so-and-so's going to be there. I'd be like, Mom, just shut up and come on. But then once she would get there and get the, treats we have her, she would like wash the dishes and watch the kids, and she's cleaning up after everybody. But if she wasn't, I have pictures of her like literally, if she could have bit 10 penny nails in 2 and spit out thumbtacks, she could have. Just madder than a damn wet hen. And I'm like, why did you come? Like, because we're all laughing and having a good time, and she's just, ill
Make
as a
her
damn.
mad.
Yes. So, yeah, she's never. But the last time I said, don't come. And she was like, what? I said, don't come. If you're going to start shit with somebody, then just don't come, because we've worked really hard. I worked today. I've had to come home and scrub my house, cook all this food. So if you don't want to come, don't come. And she was like, and then she showed up and was like, hey. And I was like, yeah, we're not chasing you anymore. Sorry about that, but we're not. We're not begging you to come. And so she was actually really good that time. That was right before she passed away. She passed away in February, so just a couple months before. But she did really good. But she was one of those that you kind of had to just be like, no, we're not doing this anymore. And then she'd be like, all right, well, they ain't going to give in to me and whatever. But it's bullshit, because we're the ones doing all the work.
Right.
We're the ones spending all the money. We're the ones, trying to make sure everybody gets, is included, and even random strangers. And then they get to come in and unload all of their, shit on us. Like this, and I'm mad about this. And I'm like, we don't get to be mad, because we have to be the ones to hold it together. And it's like, no, screw that.
Right.
We're adults. And if you can't come and be an adult, then don't come. So they kind of know that now. They kind of know, like, don't come with no shit and don't come with no baggage, because we're not listening to it. Because me and my sister really do cherish, like, holiday traditions, because we never had that.
Right.
So you're not going to come and mess ours up. Now, we might mess yours up, but you're not coming to messing ours up. Not happening. So, yeah, that's Thanksgiving. And Christmas has always just been me and my sister get together, and then we do our own thing. But our mom or dad has never been involved in Christmas at all. So, whatever. But we have our own traditions, and we love it. So,
Well, there you go.
Yeah, we started our own.
Well, I
So-
know mine were never really that crazy, I don't think, because my nanny would cook. And then, like you said, when Nanny was alive, like, we all got together. And so since she passed away, I mean, we would do it at my aunt's for a while. And then my Uncle Jackie passed away. Then she quit hosting. And
Yeah. My mom was the black sheep, and no one ever, like, I guess I don't blame them now, but no one ever, like, stood up for us kids and was like, no, you can go, but leave the kids here, because they were all scared of her. So
right.
we were a package deal. So if she got ran off, we got ran off. And so nobody wanted to, because she had no limits. I mean, Barbara Jean just didn't have no limits. And, but now looking back, I'm like, there ain't no damn way I'd let my sister come in and like a damn tornado and then take her kids out with her. I'd be like, no, you leave them here. I'll bring them home, whatever. But whatever. It's a different time, and we're different people. But she was a black sheep. So, and I think that was another thing. Like when she got there, she was already anticipating, like, well, everybody already thinks, this, and this,
Right.
even if they weren't, because she always had a mindset that somebody was talking about her, even if they wasn't. So I think that was another thing, like insecurity that she had. Like, I'm going to go in here, and the first wrong move, I'm springing, and she did.
Yeah, Mama would like when she was drinking and doing drugs, like she was the life of the party.
Mm-hmm.
But after she quit drinking and doing drugs, she didn't. Well, she never quit doing drugs because the doctor
Yeah.
would prescribe them. But so to her, she wasn't doing drugs
Right.
because it came from a doctor. But after she quit drinking, it's like she didn't know how to be around anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
almost so they quit coming to a lot of things. I
Yeah.
can't even remember. She came to the last Thanksgiving before she passed away.
Yeah. Yeah. Me and my sister tried really hard to keep everybody together, and then it was just like, fuck it, we'll just keep ourselves. You know, like we're not going to force anybody to be part of our family. We'll see you when we see you.
Yeah.
And, you know,
And mine was always me and Mom. So before, I mean, I would just go to friends' houses or whoever
Yeah.
I was dating their family.
yeah.
And so up until she got married, we still really didn't have any traditions that we did together. There was times she wouldn't come over, I'd cook and, and have the kids and
She didn't show up.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Addiction is really, I was thinking about on the way up here, I feel like all addiction starts with like mental illness, or most
Yep.
of it does. And most people don't get that mental illness like under control. So that's why they can't ever fight the addictions, because they never deal with the whatever it is. You know, some people get addicted because, they got prescribed painkillers and then couldn't live without it. But for the most part, and it's like, I want to say it's a selfish disease. It really is a selfish disease because you're not the one feeling it. It's everybody else that's feeling
Right.
it. You're numb. You get to,
Right.
escape from reality. It's everyone else that's trying to keep everything together. And it's like, it's exhausting. Like, so honestly, me and my sister have kind of like, our brother's in active addiction. And if he called me right now, we'll talk for hours and it's the greatest thing ever. But I'm not going to reach out because it's like I put all my eggs in the basket. And if he wants to get sober, he'll get sober. And I'm praying to God he does get sober. But yeah, addiction is just it's honestly, nowadays, I don't want to be around anyone that's in active addiction. It's like not even PTSD anymore because I'm over that. It's like don't mess with my peace. Just don't, So.
Like I get, talking to somebody triggers me.
Yes.
Like if they're slow walking or
Yep.
their feet, don't lift their feet up.
Shuffling.
Yes.
Or if their lip drags, I know people are like, what does that mean? But if their lip drags, it's like it will literally send me. My ex-husband could drink one beer and walk in the house, and I'd be like, you son of a bitch. And he's like, how the hell did you know I drank one beer too? I was like, your lip is dragging. And he's like, I don't even know what that means. I'm like, it doesn't matter, because I was raised by a drug addict. So I could tell.
Yeah.
I could tell from the car rider line, like, oh, shit. She's out there picking up imaginary peanuts that's not in the floor. Or, she never picked me up. That was
from
a lie.
the uppers to the downers.
Yes.
Or when people are, their jaws just going.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm like, oh my God.
The meth thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
That.
My mom didn't do meth, so I didn't we see that in our shop.
My mom did a lot of coke, I think. I seen it do.
I think mine did too in the 80s, but
yeah.
But it wasn't as big as it is now.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, it's sad, super sad.
Or like my mom's voice would change. I could hear it in her voice.
Oh yeah. Well, my mom just sounded dumb. I used to be like, oh Lord, she's dumb again, which meant she was on Xanaxes or Klonopin or Somas.
What'd you do?
Yeah. Oh hell, she lost all of her brain cells. We're not getting them babies back for a couple of days. So yeah, but so speaking of that, obviously I've told you all my in-laws are like totally normal-ish.
Yeah.
Like they don't have addiction really in their family or whatever, and they have no idea. Like, because me and Jessica be like, oh shit, as soon as they pull up, we can go ahead and tell you like she's high as a damn kite or she's madder than a damn wet hen, and they're just like standing there, and then Mom will just like walk past them, because she's like, oh, they think they're better, and I'm like, no, they don't. They actually are just normal people who have worked, paid taxes, saved money. Like, no, they don't think they're better than you. They actually are fascinated by you and your kind. But she would just blow past them, and they would just be like, are we in trouble? And I'm like, no, they just who they are. And so they would like separate from them. And I'm like, don't be rude. Like, they're really good people. They obviously, it's like going to the damn zoo. They don't understand like what it's like to have wild animals closed in. They're just like, everybody's fascinated. And, but my family, I'm like, they know now, like, bless their hearts.
Yeah.
I know they thought they were going to get a daughter-in-law that like sewed and cooked, which I do that. But I sew like trailers and I paint trailers and like trailer parks. They thought I was going to be like, oh, little bit proper, and bless their little hearts. But
okay, look, so I get this message this week. So, my mom bartended for a long time.
yes.
And so this week I get a message. One of the ladies that she bartended with, her name is Becky, and she's in the military, and she's between my mom's age and my age, I guess. And so Mama bartended, and then when Mom and Ralph had their bar, then I bartended with her, and so she's the best thing ever. But she went back into the military, so she sends out a group message from time to time about just to keep us updated. Like now she's in Denver, Colorado, and so she was like, "Hey, we need to have a reunion." And I was like, "Okay, we need a city limits reunion at your house." And then our other friend said yes, and I said, "Okay, fine, that sounds fun, I'm coming." She said, "We can do some mind erasers just as Wanda had intended." And then our other friend said, "And some nipple shots."
Oh,
And I was like,
these signature drinks.
yeah, Becky was like, "Oh, the nippler, ha ha." And I was like, please tell me you never took a shot off my mama's nipple.
Please. Please don't tell me that's where you got the name.
And somebody said, "I'm certain he did, ha ha ha." And he said, "No, I'm talking about when guys would buy Becky and a vodka shot and one nipple would just get hard." And somebody said in her white effing tank top looking like a hooker. I was like, oh.
Oh, those were the good old days.
Good old days. Stories of my mom and her barflies.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, I don't know if it's cool.
Well, I mean, it's cooler than mine. I don't really work, so I mean, she did a little bit every once in a while, but
Oh, yeah.
she said she didn't want to put in applications because they might call her. We'd say, "Mom, why don't you go put in an application?" She's like, "Hell no, they might call me." Like, that's right. And then government benefits is going to be gone. She was the project securities when I called her.
Well,
At any apartment or trailer park she lived in,
have a
she knew who
title.
was coming in, who was going out, who got what, when they got them, who owed who, and she was going to make sure like that everybody's debt's going to be paid. And I'm like, one of these days you're going to get your ass kicked. She never did, but I really thought she would.
Yeah, mine didn't either.
It's a damn wonder.
But if she didn't like somebody, she didn't want you to like them either.
Oh, no. But then when she had like Lore Tab and she was in a good mood, she'd be like, "Oh, they really didn't mean that, I don't think." I'm like, "What the hell? We all hate them now." I done told everybody in town that they were pieces of shit. And now you're like, "Well, bless their hearts." I'm like, "Mom, we've got a damn page on Facebook about hating them, and now we're going to change our minds."
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
Oh, God, if my mom didn't like somebody or she'd get mad at somebody. And I'm like, there ain't no telling what you say about me.
Oh, God, no.
Because she thought I was evil a lot of times because I wouldn't.
Me too. Same. Same.
Yeah, because I wouldn't help her out.
Yeah. I was highfalutin, stuck up. I'm like,
I think
okay.
You think you're better than everybody
Like, my
else.
couch is from Rent-A-Center, Mom. I can't be highfalutin with a rented couch, but whatever. Sure. But in her mind, it was.
I know. We're going to have to episode where we talk about the good things about our mom because I feel like we.
Well, yeah. They were strong, independent women. They told us a lot. Well, we appreciate y'all coming on. Today was a little slow. This episode was a little slow, but we had to talk about Thanksgiving and Halloween and things of that sort. And we appreciate y'all being here. And we need feedback. Okay, so we need y'all to email us. We need y'all to get on Instagram, Facebook, whatever. I'll give you my address. Come to my shop. Whatever you need to do.
You need a haircut?
Right. I also do that. So we need feedback. What do you want to hear?
I'll come cut hair.
Oh, God. Also,
we should have a dad
what do you
come in and be
think?
your shampooer.
Oh, dear God.
What? I wash my own hair.
Yeah, it's the same, Kila. Anyways, we appreciate y'all. Follow us on YouTube, Trailer Park Chronicle. No, my God, so sorry. Barbara Jean and Wanda.
APC.
Instagram, Barbara Jean and Wanda.
Raising Barbara Jean and Wanda.
I don't think it is on there,
Oh,
though.
is it not? We don't even know what
We don't
ours
know.
are.
You'll figure it out, though. You're
You're
smart.
just going to have to put them up here.
Let's back up. Start with just follow us on all the social media. And, the links are in the description, right? Okay.
What'd you say? I can't hear.
The links are in the description.
Follow us on social media. All the links are in the description.
Okay, good.
It's just easier than
You ready for me to say that now?
Yeah. Start it from there.
Okay, well, we appreciate y'all, and follow us on all social platforms. The links are in the description. And I'll give you my cell phone number, my social security, whatever y'all need. Just let me know. And tell somebody about this podcast because we're like literally on the brink of like breaking through the roof. Like if we could break through the roof, this can get bigger and better and more. But right now we're, we've got champagne taste with not even a beer budget. We're like a sink water, tap water budget right now. But if you tell your neighbors and your coaches and I don't care. I mean, you don't have to listen to it. Turn the volume down, just play it. So just follow us, and we need feedback, and we need
Reviews.
We need reviews.
5-star reviews.
Yeah, 5-star.
Every time you listen.
Because if you don't have 5-star or 4-star, we will cut you. I'm just kidding. But for real, like tell everybody about it. Share it with them. Send it to them via text, messenger, email, whatever. Tell your people because hello. Anyways, we love y'all.
Yeah, take a breath, Ashley.
And we want to have y'all on here. Okay, I love y'all. Bye. Oh, and remember, we can talk shit about our moms, but no one else can.